Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to take you along on a call that was a low voltage short. And the other one the other day that I couldn't figure out, I went back to try to re-troubleshoot, and it was still working, so I just left it alone. But this is one I was able to track down and find out exactly why it actually burned up a transformer. Stay tuned. I think you'll find it interesting.
And it just wouldn't come on.
It just wouldn't come on, okay.
But, see, I got it off now. And it was a dude that was some Mexicans over there working on the other house, and he tested it out with the meter. He said it got power. He was like, he don't know why it's not coming on.
All right, let me take a look here.
And normally when you cut it on, it come right on.
Yeah. Seems like nothing's happening. Can I use this back door here? Yeah, let's see what you got. All right, I'll be in and out and I'll use this door, but I'll be out here.
You fine.
All right. Nothing seems to be happening. Let me go get my tool bag. Oops. Power should have been run up here, and low voltage should have been run here. These are backwards. That's why this is having to loop around and over the sharp edge. All right, let's get my meter out and see exactly. I'm expecting to not have low voltage or something because nothing was working. Got 250 volts. I've got 0 volts on my transformer here. It's getting 250 volts, but nothing on the secondary. So my transformer is blown. Do I not have a fuse anywhere? This system has no low voltage fuse. Nothing. All right, as you can see, now forgive me, this transformer has a lot of wires hooked up to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them. So I have tried to pick out a transformer that just has these spade connectors like that one, as you see here. So I'm gonna have to put a fuse in this somewhere because this system does not have a fuse, which seems crazy. Why would you not put a low voltage fuse in this thing somewhere? So this red wire that you see right here, I'm gonna have to disconnect it and find a way to fuse it. Okay, this is part of my high voltage. This is going to go up here on 240. And my other high voltage over here is going to go on calm. These are under stress right now because of this. All right, and this hot one, ow, I'm gonna have to run a short little wire from here to here and put me a fuse in it. Yep. Let me go get a wire so that I can do that. All right, so we just need to put a fuse between here and here. Looks like I don't have but one of these left. I need to get me some more. All right, now let's see if we can find a fuse. For the novices or homeowners, here is talking about transformers. Normally what you think of are these great big transformers that are either in your yard or on the power pole. And these basically do the same thing. They take a high voltage and they convert it down into a lower voltage. So this up here is going to be 240 volts. And this right here on the bottom, what it produces is our control voltage, or low voltage, is 24 volts. So, and that is much safer to run in the house to a thermostat. Line voltage thermostats can cause fires in the house. I've worked on a few of them, and honestly, I think they're a little bit dangerous. A low voltage thermostat may spark a little bit, but it's much less likely to cause a fire. So we use low voltage. Okay, there goes the blower. If y'all can hear it, just took a second. So what I'm doing here, I'm jumping from red to green, and that's what energizes my blower. I'm jumping from, my red is my hot 24 volts, it's hot all the time. And I'm jumping to my other 24 volt control wires to see if one of them will blow my little popper here. Am I on a time delay? I know I just recently put power to it, but all I see is like my defrost timer up there. I don't see a speed up pin. Normal delay. So I was on a delay. Okay, because I haven't jumped out to orange, this is now running in heat. When I jump to Y, that normally goes through this defrost control board and to my contactor. It also goes through any pressure switches I may have. All right, next we're jumping to orange. This is our reversing valve wire. It energizes in cool. That's something that should happen. Ooh, look at there. I did not hear it when I jumped. Normally you can hear it click. Let's try that again here in just a second. Oh, you see that spark? That tells me there's a higher amp draw than normal. Yep. All right, we need to look at our reversing valve and wires and coils and check on it, because the reversing valve wire is what's popping the fuse. There's two tests you can do when you unplug it. I can now jump out to orange again and see if it still blows. And that would point to this coil right here, and we can ohm out this coil and see if it's something outrageous. It's not 18 ohms. Ooh, and that's a black widow or a brown widow nest. All right, my wires for this reversing valve are these right here, and they're going to come through this bundle of wires here. First, let's jump to orange and see what happens. I can already tell that's going to pop. And I don't want to stress that transformer. I just unplugged orange through the defrost control board. My, it's still there. All right, y'all see here, I got my orange disconnected. And it popped my little popper. All right, I got something else I need to try. I need to plug this back up. And plug this up. All right, when you're dealing with a package unit like this, there are basically two sides to your low voltage wires. This one goes to the package unit, and this one goes to your thermostat. So I'm gonna test in between these two and see which side is popping my little popper. Y'all hear that? All right, that's what it's supposed to sound like. There's nothing wrong in this system. This is not popping my little popper, which tells me my low voltage short is somewhere between here and my thermostat, which is not good. An easy fix would be if it's a thermostat. And right now we're going to take the thermostat off the wall and eliminate that and see if it's a thermostat wire or the thermostat. There is a chance it can be the sub base, so I'm gonna take that wire out of the sub base as well. So that's disconnected. All right, now let's see if the thermostat wire pops. Look at that. Didn't do anything. That tells me it is the thermostat. How about that? Yep. It's the thermostat. All right, we got orange for reversing valve, red, white, yellow, green, and all right, I'm a little bit confused. They got brown on B, orange on O, green, yellow. This thermostat doesn't have a common, but they got brown hooked up on B. Okay, out here, brown is hooked up to blue, which is my common. So brown is common. So that would have explained if it had energized in heat, it would have burned the transformer. But that's not what we found. That's not what we found with our orange wire. It was shorting through the... All right, I'm gonna have to, because of what I found at the thermostat, I'm gonna try something else. No, we're not hooking up common because it don't have a common. We are hooking our orange back up. Let's hook all these back up. I was ready to... I'll tell you what, right now I'm just going to shove that back in there. Now let's see if it's doing the same. We're gonna jump from red to orange again and see what happens. Thermostat is on the wall, everything's hooked up, minus this brown that they had going to be. And as you see, everything's working. I was ready to put on a new thermostat too. I'm looking for something. Lovely. All right, I dropped my fuse somewhere. There it is. All right, we got one side in. Let's see how this other side does. It needs to be tightened as well. All right, there we go. Okay, I just went inside and turned it on. I hear the blower motor running. I probably still have a little bit of a time delay because I just put power to it a second ago. This is how I have my fuse right here. I'm just waiting on this thing to come on. All right, I've been waiting on this for like 5 minutes and contactor has not come on. I'm beginning to wonder if that thermostat is programmed correctly. It wasn't wired correctly, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Okay, I can tell by this right here, heat off and cool. I have no option for emergency heat. This thermostat is not meant for a heat pump, and that's why it's not coming on. I'm gonna have to replace the thermostat anyway. just heard it come on. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, how about like and subscribe? Riley's in the house watching me. See if y'all can see him. Can you see Riley in the window? We both say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, how about like and subscribe? And I'll catch you on the next one.